last week. Good evening, heathens. Welcome to the latest edition of the Giotopia Experience. It's my partner, James.
Hello. Good evening. Happy Halloween.
Yeah, I'm sorry that we missed you guys last week. We had every intention to go on live, but couldn't get the technology to work the way I wanted it to.
AKA the phone was dead.
Yes, basically.
Battery charging.
Yeah, absolutely. So what were you up to?
Last weekend, well, we had the big Halloween party with the 40s plus. I decided to go to it, so last minute I decided, fuck it, I'm going.
Okay.
And I don't do costumes. If people don't realize that, I don't like them. I don't know. But I went to Party City, and I spent about 2.5 hours walking around with my tail between my legs in Party City, and I came up with a button-down shirt. That was it had a skull on it, and I think that qualified me for a Halloween party. And I should have won. I should have won the contest. I think so.
Yeah, I heard it was a good contest. I heard there's a little bit of drama.
There's drama all the time. Well, I don't remember the drama at that party. What happened? Was there an altercation in the parking lot? What happened? I don't think so.
No, but one of our friends decided to crash the ceremony of who won and the class.
Yes. Oh, he did the old Kanye West move with Taylor Swift.
I get it.
Oh boy,
I think he did it more in jest, but it was. I wasn't there, so I don't know.
You know what? I was probably in the bathroom during the contest, aka probably wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I was in Salem.
I
wasn't there. Well, I wasn't there also because I'm not invited. I'm persona non grata.
All right,
that's fine. Doesn't bother me one bit. Yeah, so we were in Salem. There was a handful of us. We rented out a house. We did this is the second year in a row we did it. We had a lot of fun. We got to go to Salem and enjoy the sightseeing, and got to see the Witch of Salem.
Where is Salem? Tell me.
Salem is in Massachusetts. It's the northeast of Massachusetts, like half an hour from Boston.
Okay.
Boston. It's a great place, but it's a free fall. A lot of great costumes, a lot of, it's just friendly.
Everybody's in costume walking around, just hanging out.
Not everybody, but there's a lot of people.
Gotcha.
There's a lot of people in costume. There's a lot of characters in costume, and you take pictures with them, and you're supposed to tip them. Some of them are a little bit more aggressive than others.
Really? They're looking for tips?
Yeah.
Just random people, just like, hey, man, this is worth something.
Some people go all out and make great costumes, and some guys just put a mask on and just stand there
with a cup,
yeah. Basically.
I think you sure they're not just homeless people?
There's a ton of homeless people there too.
You sure they're not in costume?
Well, they might be in costume, but they're nailing it if they are. I was with my cousin Joey,
gotcha.
And besides other people. And
your cousin Joey.
Yeah,
is that like a sequel to a movie that I think?
Yes, it's the sequel of My Cousin Vinny, and it's funny because so his type of sarcasm is typical New York sarcasm, which does not translate well there. So he was being funny with people.
New York style sarcasm.
Yeah, he was just messing around with people over there, and they just so many times that they were looking at him like, "Is he for real?" And we literally had to tell him, no, it's a joke, which kind of loses the fun of the joke.
Right. Yeah, you shouldn't. If you ever have to explain your joke, it's done.
It's done. Yes. But we had but I was in stitches laughing because he's deadpan about this stuff. He delivers it beautifully.
I like deadpan.
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun. And Tiffany and I got to stay a couple of nights by ourselves at the Hawthorne Hotel, which famously a haunted hotel. We had no activity, even though we were in one of the most active rooms.
Do you have one of those Ghostbusters things with the little antennas pop out?
I did not bring any of that stuff with me.
So you have that stuff?
I do. But a couple of things. Nothing too elaborate. You could buy that stuff on Amazon. You know, but the hotel itself, well, the hotel itself was pretty. It's gorgeous. It's everything right, but the food was subpar, which is the same thing with Salem. Salem, you do not go there for the food.
So Salem is like going to a Passover dinner.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, you go there for the.
You don't go there for the food.
Right, you do not go there for the food.
You go for this psychotic people.
Yes.
Okay.
So
I'm part Jewish, so I'm allowed to say that.
Yeah.
Just to let you know.
I'm part Italian. No, I'm all Italian. I could say that too because everybody else's food sucks. So.
Right.
But we. Oh, I just realized something here. I have comments already, and I apologize. I don't have my comment on. Oh, there was a really good Freddy Krueger, and that looked like his mask from the. Yeah. Carla Jean's going next week. Cool, Carla.
Good.
But yes, yes, there was a couple of really great costumes, and then and there was a couple of zip up costumes just looking for money. You have to. I took a picture with the witch of Salem, which I've done. I've been there 4 times. I've taken a picture every year.
She a real witch?
So she is actually a he.
Oh.
But yes, in costume, you will never be able to tell the difference.
Wait. She's a he. You mean that's just for as far as the costume's concerned? Okay, so it goes deeper. Anyway, how's the food?
The food? No, the food's not. They
don't have lobster, do they?
The food. Hi, Zena. Hi, Aaron. The food. Yeah, it was. Yeah, every place we went, the food was awful, except for the last place we went, which I don't remember where it was. But I had a tuna melt on a toast. The place all it sold was hot dogs and
what's that all about? Why can't they get that shit together?
But hot dogs and grilled cheese, and it was a grilled cheese melt. That was the only place that actually made good food. Every place else, the place sucked. We went to a speakeasy. The liquor was good, but the food
liquor. Have you ever had bad liquor?
Yes. I'll tell.
As long as it does the job. Right?
No, bad liquor to me is the one you're getting. All Souls. Yes, that was the name of the place. All Souls.
You think these witches would get together and be like, guys, we need to put together a good restaurant.
Yeah. Well, I don't think. I think people just it gets so crowded, and all their businesses in that 1 month.
Well, it's kind of like going to a wedding and the food sucks. You leave and go to McDonald's on your way home.
I've had that happen. I've been to a wedding where I saw people take money out of the envelope. The food was
I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this right now. I did that, and I did it. I'll tell you who I did it to. Right, I did it to my stepsister. She invited us to a wedding. It was a Sunday wedding, like in June or something, and she had 2 possible dishes and 2 possible drinks. You can get a mimosa and a Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is she out of her fucking mind?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm going next door. There was a golf, club.
Yeah.
Where you could hang out there and drink. So I went over there and drank.
You took the money out of there to pay.
I said, I'm taking like 50 out. There's no way. You're gonna skins on this?
Yeah, that's funny. Santo, what's up? That's my buddy from Penn Edison.
I know a guy named Santo. He works at my company. I wonder if it's the same guy.
No, it's not.
Probably not.
He's an avid Met fan.
Oh, so he's probably not happy right now.
No, I think he's very happy.
Are they? Are Mets fans happy?
No,
are they?
They had they had a great year for what was.
I guess they made it too.
The way they started out,
right.
They had a great year. Listen. Unfortunately, being Yankee fans, they don't win the World Series. They're never happy.
I guess Mets fans are just used to disappointment, right? So it's like, and the Yankees fans are typically used to success. So.
Well, it could be worse because you could be a Jet fan.
I don't know what that means. I don't know much about football.
Yeah, you know what? It's a destiny to suck.
I guess. I just can't take sports too serious. I just like the show aspect of any game.
I'm a big soccer fan, and my team's winning in Italy, and that's all I care about right now.
Winning in Italy.
Yep.
Is it the Italian team?
Yeah, Napoli.
Oh, okay. All right.
So yeah, but talking about going on Halloween, obviously tomorrow we're all going to be at Prohibition.
Yeah, Prohibition.
Everyone's going to be at Prohibition tomorrow. So it's, you know, it's going
I
to be
like
very
their
busy.
new stage. I like that.
Yes.
I know some people say they don't like that stage. I like that.
I like it. I like the
It
idea
looks
behind
kind of cool.
It's beautiful.
I think a band or a performer should always be at least a little bit elevated to the crowd.
Yeah.
I just think it's a necessity.
So one of the things I like about Prohibition and the Lake House, those are my two bars I like to go.
You say the Lake House. Are you referring to Parsnips?
Parsnips, yes.
Okay.
The things I like about those two places is they do not charge you a ton of money for the drinks, so it's a great place to go drink. And the entertainment is just as good as most of the other places. Yes, they don't have them all the time, but definitely Prohibition has a lot of great. Prohibition is definitely where a lot of the they get a lot of the good smaller bands. You know, like
it seems like everybody wants to play at Prohibition.
Yeah.
There's some exposure to be had.
Yeah. It's a starting point for a lot of these bands, and a lot of these bands, So I don't know who's playing tomorrow or what's going on, but I'm just going there for the party because, as you know, one of the great things with the Halloween is we get to see all the slutty costumes.
Slutty costumes. All right, that is a great topic of interest there.
So we one of the things that we're going to be looking for. So we were talking about this that like people don't like the woman. You're going to have a nurse. You're going to have a nun. You're going to have what else? They're going to dress up as a construction worker. But no, they're not dressed up as a nurse. They're dressed up as a nurse in a porno. They're dressed up as a nun in a porno.
But they won't say that.
No, they don't want to. And I'm not complaining. Love it.
They're going to be like, I'm a priest. Yeah, with a giant dick. Dude, yes. I got it. My brother did that. 20 years ago, we went to a party, and my brother decided, as a married guy, he thought he'd be funny and put like a giant dildo in his tight leather pants, and he did the whole priest collar thing. Yeah. And then my sister's friend started looking over and made a whole scene about it. I'm like, Tom, this is like your wife. Your wife is here.
No, that's funny.
It was funny for like 15 minutes, and then he's walking around with this stupid thing.
Well, that's what. Well, you got to make it easily.
Like sometimes the novelty is worth 15 minutes of fun, and that's it. Then it's done.
Well, that's when a lot of people come with those.
Like the giant dick costume.
Yeah.
Like how long did that stay on him before he was like, I got to go to the bathroom? You know what I mean?
So Vinny's asking me what time tomorrow. I don't know, 8:00.
You're probably safe at 8 or 9 for a place called Prohibition. I'm sure they'll be there till about midnight.
Definitely be there past midnight. It'll be
because nobody has to work on Friday, of course.
I was about to say, I work from home, so I'm all right. But for you poor people that have to actually go in on Friday,
maybe if everybody's lucky, I'll stop in.
Tiffany's also mentioning cops, sexy cops.
8.
Yep, 8. Tiffany says 8.
8 o'clock's a safe bet for a Prohibition on any given night, I think.
So, like I said, that's a great place because, so yes, it gets tight when it's a lot of people, especially when we're all going there because I got a feeling our buddies from The Real Deal will be there. The sociable people will be there.
It's a mishmash of everybody.
So it's going to be a lot of fun.
You got to say, if it wasn't for that group, Prohibition probably wouldn't be here. Is that edgy? I'm sorry.
Yeah. I think listen, like anything else, advertisement, sometimes you have to advertise, sometimes advertisement comes to you because the thing about Prohibition, it was available to go to during in a sneaky way during COVID.
You know what? I'm sure a lot of places. I knew a couple of places that I actually had a place in Smithtown that did that.
Stevie GB.
Oh, Stevie GB. Hey, what's up, Stevie? Yeah, I know him. Good guy. Nice guy. I did work with him at a library once.
Yes, November 15th, we're gonna have a comedy show at Katie's. Signing up. I'm not advertising as much because I'm waiting for November 1st because I know everybody's getting in on those final details of October, which so am I. I'm just enjoying the end of October. It's my favorite month.
What time does Halloween end? Actually, it's been going on for like 6 years.
Yeah. Well, with me,
it's like always. It's everything Halloween. As soon as we hit October, it's like, oh yeah, Halloween.
I'm actually it's funny because it's not part of all of this, but November 22nd, I'm actually going upstate to with a company called Haunted Rooms.
Haunted Rooms.
But I'm actually working. They're paying me to go to a haunted house.
Okay.
And helping them out. They're trying to get me to be part of the Northeast, New York, Pennsylvania.
What about Gotham? Gotham does that too.
No, but they literally go all over the country.
Gotcha.
It's actually a British company that goes all over the country to haunted places. They bring professional people, and they need guides. They need people, you know.
In 21, my buddy Rick, he told me his buddy was running the Gotham haunted house.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Let's go there. They'll let us in." So they run us through.
Yeah.
And I am like the worst person to take into a haunted house because I have a hard time pretending to be scared. So it was scary stuff, and it was like it looked almost real, but I know in my head that it's not real.
Yeah.
So this crazy guy comes out with like eyeballs everywhere on his fingers. I'm like, what do I do here? Look, Rick's like, dude, react. And I'm like, ah. So every time we walked into a new section, I just did that bullshit. Ah. I can't act scared. I don't know what. I can't help it.
Yeah, the scary. I don't get scared. I'll get scared in real stuff. We were at the Shanley when I saw a real fucking thing coming at me. That scared the shit out of me. But I don't do jump scares. Don't get me usually. They absolutely petrified Tiffany, which is the funniest thing. Because every little, like I could see a jump scare coming because I think where it would be, and she doesn't see it. So she'll sometimes walk in front of me, and get scared. Then she wants to go behind me, and then they attack her from behind because they see who the scared person is, and they're gonna just keep on going after.
Wait, we're talking about a haunted house, right? Not a chandelier.
No, jump scare place. Yeah,
what's the jump scare? Oh, just like fake,
house, like a fake stuff, like Gotham.
Oh, I see.
Like when I prefer going to real haunted houses, like investigating or just reading about the history, and just honestly, sometimes I just sleep better at them. I have no idea why.
You're pretty fucked up.
I am. Yes, I am. Tiffany's reminding us that the last party is November 2nd. I forgot who it is. I mean, I know it's
What do you mean last party?
The last Halloween party.
Oh, Jesus Christ! It goes past October 31st.
Yes. It's what's the name? It's popping out of my head. Tiffany will post it soon.
Okay.
But anyway, we're talking about about some of the cool costumes. Tiffany, remind me who won the costume on the 40 plus.
I know who it was. It was Nicole.
Oh, Nicole won. Nicole.
I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Abreu. Yes.
Yeah. Nicole won. She has some of the best costumes. She does them herself. What's his name that has some of the more creative costumes? Again, I remember. Listen, names pop out of my head. I'm not doing it on purpose. Tiffany, who's the person that Ken, I'm sorry. Ken has more of the creative. He was the French guy.
Ken had the half and half costume, half union guy, half retired guy.
Yes. He's very creative, and it's cool. I like that a lot.
But we all know that my costume should have won.
Yes, the skull.
The skull on my button-down open T-shirt.
Actually,
button-down shirt.
My costume is going to be that right there.
A union guy. That's a union guy.
My equipment for.
You're going to carry the ladder too?
Grid. Yeah, I actually should. I should bring a ladder too. That'd be cool.
That works.
But other than that, there was any cool costumes that you liked a lot?
Cool costume. Well, there was the Dick.
Yes,
we all saw the Dick.
Well, that's Craig.
I guess you could say that's a cool costume.
Craig could have came without the costume. He still would have been.
There was some cool costumes.
I'm kidding. I love you, Craig.
I don't know. You know what? I don't know. I don't know how to answer this question. I hate costumes.
Yeah.
I feel it's silly when you go to one of these Halloween parties, and I'll tell you why. Because I feel like you're on a movie set, but yet nobody's in character, although they're dressed in character. Like you start talking to a guy with a werewolf, and he's like, "So what's up, dude?" Like, no, that's not what the werewolf
actually
says.
Now that you say that, you know who? Oh my God! Again, Tiffany, I'm going to ask you again. Who was dressed up with the cowbell?
Oh, that was Joel on the boat party.
And he did the character well too.
That was my favorite out of all of them.
Yes, Joel did a great job. Because
the best part is when you didn't see him, and then you just hear the cowbell. I was like, that's fucking hilarious.
Patty, and we know we all need more cowbell. So
that was the whole thing. Yeah, that was well worth it.
She likes. But yes, so definitely we got a lot of sexy outfits.
Sexy outfits.
Actually, I said so. I'm going to say this only because it's funny. Yes, Josephine was saying that
Originality
they did win.
usually should win
Yeah.
almost all the time.
Yes. So we were when we were at Heidi's party. I don't know who they are, but people don't know who I'm talking about. So there's a guy dressed as a priest, and his girlfriend. She might have been like a nun or something, or an angel.
My guess would be a nun if they're a couple. If they're doing a
No,
couple.
I think she wasn't. But the thing is that her boobs were coming out of that shirt, and there's no way not to look.
Well, it's Halloween; it's legal.
And you could see that he was like knowing that every guy's looking at his girl. She wasn't the most attractive.
I think
pretty.
he's still proud of that, though.
No. He was uncomfortable. Oh, thanks. You're naming names, Tiffany? Oh, Angel. She was dressed as an angel. Yes. She was dressed as an angel.
Not Angel in the group.
No, not Angel in the group. Yeah. So anyway, so it was like one of those things. She just walking around, and you could see he was like, "Fuck," I'm just stuck in this situation where everybody's just staring at my girl. Again, she was very pretty, but she wasn't the prettiest thing. But literally, if she ate another cookie, she would have popped out of the shirt. You know what I mean? That's how tight it was.
Were there cookies there?
There was plenty of cookies. The food was great. The party was a great party. And Heidi does a great job with her party. So that was a lot of fun. A lot of oh yes, we did make fun of Kanye getting mad. We already did that.
We did Kanye West. Yes.
Josephine. Thanks, Joe. Well, nobody knew you told me until now. We could have just said he told me since he was there.
So everything.
Yeah. Sorry.
I mean, I was in the bathroom the whole time. I heard.
If we don't talk about this stuff, what are we going to talk about? He wanted to talk about his bowel movements. So
yeah, things are good down there.
Yeah.
So all right. So now Halloween is finally working its way down. Right.
Yes.
We're almost done with Halloween. Now we're gonna get into the Thanksgiving season.
Yes.
I bought. I started buying my kids Christmas presents today.
Already?
Yeah, I got to do it, man. It's fine because they come. Every gift comes from different places. I got to, you can't be too late on that, right? You don't buy Christmas gifts yet?
No, because my kids usually get one Christmas present now, but it's normally something like $200-300 each.
Oh, that's the limit on each one?
I don't know, whatever they want, but like one year my kid wanted a computer, so it was a lot more money than that.
Do you have to even it out for each kid? If one gets $700, the other one gets $700?
Not always. It all depends on what they need and what they want and stuff like that. But the truth is, like, they all work. Well, two of them work. The other one's in school and she works, so they get the stuff that they really want. I like my daughter's in school at purchase for editing, so she got a camera one year, got equipment another year. She basically just asked me for a bunch of equipment that I don't think she even knows she even uses right now. But you know what? She's stacking up on this stuff, even though by the time she gets out of school, it'll be obsolete. So, so yeah, well, we're jumping to Christmas, but obviously we didn't have Thanksgiving yet.
Thanksgiving's good. It doesn't have to last that long. It's one day only. Not like Halloween. It's all month.
Well, I was gonna say it's 2 days for me. It's the day of Thanksgiving and the day after.
What do you do after Thanksgiving?
Not move, because I've.
Oh, that's just because you stuffed yourself like your own turkey. Like,
yes,
you piece of shit.
Yeah,
but you gotta, what you do after the day after is you make a turkey terrific sandwich. I don't know if you know what that is.
I haven't in for years because I
you know what's in it?
Everything.
It's like cranberry sauce, turkey, and gravy, and I think stuffing, and as a sandwich. It's the shit.
Yeah, I'm always the guy that basically tells people, no, I don't want to take any food home, and I always get yelled at from my kids and
I think that's one of those times it's safe to take the food home. You could just take it. Like it's gonna get thrown away.
Yeah, Patty. I would give my kids money too, but they'll just waste it.
Pets.
Yes.
Do they still make Pez? I haven't seen a Pez dispenser in 100 years.
You collect. Yeah, they
Yeah,
have them,
that's a collector's item.
yeah. There's stores that sell them.
Those people are dying out, right?
Yes.
And I think it's the same people who like freestyle music. Those same people are dying out.
Yeah.
If you have a Pez dispenser, you probably like freestyle.
Oh,
Sorry.
So Carla makes
Turkey soup.
Turkey soup.
Turkey
And,
soup. You know what? Listen,
turkey
I got
sandwiches.
one thing turkey that I like, and it's the day after, and those turkey terrific. Other than that, I'm bored of turkey. Turkey's a boring piece of meat.
Yeah, it's you know what? The gravy makes
The gravy on stuffing.
yeah, the gravy and
is
the
the
stuffing makes the difference on how it's going to taste.
If you take like drizzle fat on the stuffing, oh my god.
See, the problem is the other thing is that so obviously we have the actual Thanksgiving that you have with your family.
Yes.
Then we have a lot of Friendsgiving.
Friendsgivings.
Yeah, there's a bunch of Friendsgivings, and you want to go to all of them. But
they're in various places. Some do like a restaurant, or some will have them in their private home.
Yeah. So that gets a little bit busy.
And you bring something usually.
Whatever you do not schedule anything on November 15th because that is the day of my comedy.
That's right.
Show.
Comedy.
I'll host.
That's right.
James will be hosting. I just wrote our stuff. I don't host. I'm not.
That'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that.
I'm not the funny
I
guy.
like hosting shows. Best turkeys when you cook it covered in bacon.
Oh, yes. My niece does
What is
that.
In the last 5 years, the whole world has been fascinated with bacon. There's a whole page dedicated to bacon.
There should be. There's books.
I guess it's good. It is good, but it's like I don't dream of it. Like, does anyone have a candle that smells like bacon?
That's a good idea, though.
Yeah, it probably is. That somebody's going to make money on that.
So,
I want some perpetuity.
So when my niece makes it, and it's a lot of fun just eating the bacon off the turkey. Yeah.
Bacon, God. Bacon is good, but it's got to be cooked properly.
What's up, Johnny?
And it can't be turkey bacon or even Canadian bacon. That's boring.
Junie's on.
Junie is on.
What parties are you promoting? This is the place to promote it. So anyway, November 15th is the comedy show. I got 5 comedians. We have a full course, meal. My sister's cooking.
It's going to be at Katie's.
It's going to be at Katie's. I'm also because I'm expanding stuff. We're going to have a cotton candy machine and a popcorn machine, which is what we're going to have for Festivus also, which is on November 20th. So anybody listening,
Festivus is on November 20th or
no,
December
20th. Festivus is scheduled for December 20th. Again, I'm not going to advertise until after, I already have a bunch of people wanting to go. Yes, definitely the Giotopia parties. The other thing that we're actually working on, and I'm just waiting on a couple of more hotels. New Year's Eve, anybody, do not schedule yourself for any other parties. I already have a deal in. I didn't sign the deal yet, but we're going to. But the Hyatt has made their offer, which is a great offer. So that's by exit 58.
And you could all end up at Jake's 58 if you want.
Yeah,
afterwards.
Absolutely. But here's the thing. So it's so anybody that was at the last year's party, they know that it was a ton of fun. So we do 3 parties in one. We do so for the people that actually rent the room, we do a pool party early in the day.
Right.
Then we do the actual party from 8, 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock in the morning, and then we do an after-hour party because we book rooms together. So what I did is I got them to make us a good deal where. So this is normally a place that's $229 a month. I'm sorry, a room.
Sounds like kick-ass rent to me.
They're giving us a room for $149. So most people are going 2 in a room. So you're paying $75. If you
2 people in a room, like non-couples, or like you mean
couples, friends, whatever. But the room will cost you $75 a person if you get 2 people. If you figure 3 or 4 people, that's up to you. I would just keep that quiet.
Now here's the thing. Now, if you go and rent a room with somebody and he's your friend, but there's only 1 bed, what do? Do you sleep in the same bed? Or do you
the beds are usually king size or queen size, so you're good.
I don't know if I'd share a bed with you, Gio.
No, well, yeah, you'd be 3 in the bed at that point. So that's another issue. Question: why do you 50-50 at the next couple of events and use the money to bring down the price? That's well, that's the thing. That's a good idea. But the yeah, wear socks. But the problem is with that is that it doesn't, the 50-50, you can't count on it. We could try. That being said, the New Year's Eve party we're looking at, it's gonna be $100 for the entry. That's what we're waiting for another place to see if it's cheaper, but it looks like the other place might be a little bit more expensive. But the thing is this, for $100, you're getting food, DJ, a big party room, gigantic party room, um, you and liquor, like top shelf liquor. So just to break it down for you guys, so you understand how this works, it's going to cost us $70 to get basically get the hotel, the room, the big room, the liquor, which is $30 a person. Originally they wanted $50 for the food, could talk them down to 40. So it's around $70 for that. Then once you like at 100 people, you got to pay for the DJ, you got to pay for the decoration, you got to pay, everything else is included. That. Plus, when you say $70, they take 23% tax. I'm not tax. There's 23%
fee, service.
There's a service fee, which last year we did not have to use. Last year was a lot cheaper. And then there's a tax. New York wants its money.
Is it a room with a dance floor kind of a thing? It's like a nightclub setup?
Yes, it's a gigantic room. So if anybody remembers, last year we had two rooms that combined, were decent together. But this one's going to be one big room. Now, that room is designed to have 100 people, and they're putting 50 rooms from each side. So last year we had a bunch of people begging us to go. So if we actually get more than 100 people, I could go up to 500 people, but we have a block of 100, the one room guaranteed, and 50 rooms guaranteed. Once I've reached that, so that's what I'm going to be asking people. Once November passes, I'm going to be asking people to sign up right away because I need to let them know if I need more rooms. Because again, last year people were begging me to come over. They were leaving the warehouse and other places asking me to come over, and I because the capacity, we were at capacity. We only had room for 100, and that's it. This one we could go up higher as long as we do it before the day.
Now, what time is the last person going to bed?
Oh my God, we didn't go. Listen, I'll be honest. I normally go before everybody else. There's pictures. We were all in. I forgot whose room it was, but there was like 40 people in one room. We were just having music and stuff like that. We warned the hotel we're basically partying all night, so they know this, and we asked them to put all our rooms together. If they don't, it's up to them. I don't want to hear anybody complaining. We're going to have fun. You know what I mean? That's it. They're not. So the other thing is this hotel is a lot better than the hotel we had last year. Listen, this is the Hyatt, not the Holiday Inn. Last year was the Holiday Inn, which was very comfortable, was cheap. Even though we were paying the same amount for the room, right? Last year I think it was $129. This is $149 for like a much better room, bigger, but also two pools, both heated, indoor and outdoor pools. Not that anybody's going to use it, but there's a golf course on there. It's like a high-end place. So we're looking at a lot of different advantages that we didn't have last year. Listen, you got to grow, right? I'm hoping that other group, the Sensational will be working with us on this too. We're doing it together. I'm hoping other groups will join in. Everybody's welcome to join in. I'm never going to say no to any groups that want to promote together. That's the way I've always looked at things. So I hopefully they'll jump in if they're not doing something themselves. So that's going to be the best party ever. Again, anybody that was at last year knows that it was incredible. Hey, Grant, what's going on? Yes, Grant. So Grant, I forget. Where are you? In Ohio? No, you're not in Ohio. Where are you?
Pool.
Yeah,
he's gonna go in the pool. Grant. Okay.
So Grant will tell me.
All right. So you guys are doing like a swimming festivity too? Because
we do. Yeah. Oh yeah, we did it last year and it was great. And it was funny because there's like 50 of us in this pool room. Some of us were in the pool, and then there was this poor lady.
Wait, you're saying there are 50 people in a pool?
between the pool and sitting on the deck and sitting, and just chilling, drinking. And then there was this
as long as there's alcohol there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And there's this poor lady sitting at the edge with her two little kids, looking at us like, "Hey, I don't know why you're here New Year's Eve."
Was it clothes on or off?
No, everybody had their everybody had their clothes on.
Yeah, you never know.
Listen, it only takes one. Chris Marino, he'll be the first one to strip probably.
Oh, now it's a party.
Chris is always good for that stuff, to get the parties going. But yeah, so that's going to be a lot of fun.
Good.
So yeah, we have a lot of big events coming up. Doing a lot of little get-togethers. Sometimes I worry about the little get-togethers. We talked about this.
When you say little get-togethers, what do you mean?
Like when when people go out to dinner and stuff like that.
Oh, like
I like going when I know everybody there and I know everybody's cool.
Right.
I've gone to a few of them where there might have been too many people that sometimes
tends to happen.
Some of these people don't put in the right amount of money.
I've been to things where it's like a total shit show.
Yeah, the 1.3% rule doesn't. You have to at least do that, but that doesn't always work sometimes.
Oh, well, you mean like at a large table when the bill comes and it's like everybody's like, "Well, I didn't get that, but like I only had one."
Yeah. Yes. And it gets a little bit nuts, and then you're just sitting there, and if you're like me, you're just like, here's an extra $20. Shut up. Let's, we all know who's the person that's not putting in the money. We don't say it, but we all know, and we're going to talk about it later on.
Yeah, I don't know.
So if you go into these things, you make it clear before you become part of it. I want a separate bill. I mean, I'm not going to ask for a separate
bill. Here's the problem with the separate bill.
Yeah.
You got a table full of 35 people, and you tell the waitress each one of us is going to do a separate bill. They're going to look at you like, "Oh, Jesus Christ."
Never do that. Never do that. I'm talking about if you're not gonna drink, because sometimes some people don't drink. You want to make sure that you're paying only for your food,
right?
And stuff like that. I will tell you. So, yes. Yeah, she's right. Patty's right. At Salem, everybody was fine to pay because, like, people were throwing money on the table to make sure they.
Junie Spin wants to know if he could skinny dip. I'm gonna go with no.
You could skinny dip. You'd have to lose about 20 pounds.
I'd rather not.
No,
he has to lose 20 pounds, but just you.
But just you. So at Salem, actually, it was funny because Tiffany was telling me when me and Tiffany were sitting at. She came to me, Tiffany's cool because of some of the things that she knows. Because she knows I hate certain things. I hate when there's a bunch of people sitting at a bar.
Right.
I hate going to the bar. So she'll go.
To order a drink over other people. Yeah, that's annoying.
She'll go because I have two personalities. One is laid back and one is pushy. So when I lay back, I don't like to push in there. But when I push in, I literally grab people and say, can you get out of the way? I want to order a drink.
Right.
And so
there should always be a space. Bars should have a standing area.
I've told every bar that I work with, I ask them to get rid of some of the stools by the bar. People should not be standing by the bar. Order your drink, get the fuck out of there. But anyway, there were 6 kids there, 6 younger people. There was a lot of younger people. And we and it was funny because Tiffany comes to me and says, that poor waitress, those 6 ordered 6 weird drinks and then asked for 6 separate to hold a card, because we're going to drink some more. So which means that now I have to remember who's who on these 6 cards besides everybody else that's in there.
It's a hard thing.
I'm like, at a certain point, right? If you're going to go out, you have to be able to trust the people that you're hanging out with. So that if you're putting it in your card, you at the end of the night, let me know how much it is. We'll figure it out. And we talked about this too. And if you're a freaking Bud Light, only 2, yes.
Not necessarily Bud Light, but you know what I mean.
Like
the one guy that orders 7 drinks. Me and you each get a hamburger and fries, but you had 7 beers and I only had a glass of water. I don't want to pay for your Bud Lights. But if I go out with a group of people and I got my 6 friends and we all are just used to being around each other and we split the bill, it's cool. I'm not worried about it. But when I go to some kind of, hey, we're having a big event and there's like 35 people that I never met before, I don't want to split that bill. But it's not right. But that's what I'm saying. If you're splitting the bill evenly,
which happens sometimes, and it's happened to me, and you wind up paying out of your nose on that, unless you're one of those people that does it on purpose, right? But we've mentioned this before. You're a Bud Light drinker, and all of a sudden you're ordering Johnny Walker Blue.
Oh
right?
yeah.
All of a sudden, it's just annoying because if you're a Bud Light drinker, drink your fucking Bud Light.
Yeah.
You want to upgrade a little bit? Yeah, I get it.
Oh, somebody else is paying. Let me get the big stuff.
Right.
Let me get the expensive stuff. Irish goodbye comes in handy sometimes.
Yes, right. Yeah.
I'm for it. I'm for an Irish goodbye. Sometimes it's just you go.
You know what? I do a lot of Irish goodbyes because I don't have. If I have to say goodbye to everybody,
I can only kiss so many cheeks in a night. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Get me the fuck out of here.
Plus, if I've been drinking, I forget who I know and who I don't.
Did I kiss her already? I think I kissed her cheek.
And then I'm kissing people that I shouldn't be kissing. Stop making out with guys and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's your thing. Go right ahead. I'm for Irish goodbye will get you out of a jam.
Yes, Andrew's right. The math doesn't math.
It never maths. So that's like you got to know your audience. Like I'm going with 6 people that I'm very close with.
Yeah,
I'm cool
easy.
with it. Let's just split it down the center.
It's when there's like 30 people.
When there's 30 people and I don't know anybody, I'm paying for me.
Yeah, and again, it's one of those. It's just what it is. In every group, there's 1 or 2 people that do this, and it screws it up for everybody. That's it. Because most people are cool.
Oh yeah, people. People will turn it into a shit show.
Oh yeah,
they start nickeling and diming.
Yeah. Well,
or you have a big group and like 4 people leave, so they just pull out cash. They leave what they think they owe.
Yeah.
Before they even see the check, and they go, "Oh, I gotta go. My kids call me. I gotta go pick them up." And they leave, and they leave like $30. There's 30, like they're like $20 short.
Yeah, because they don't take into
they don't take anything into consideration.
Yeah, that if you're one of those people that has to leave early, you're supposed to leave a little bit more money, never short, a little bit more money.
If you have a burger and a beer, you're probably safe with $50 at main event.
So, Patty, you're right. Most people do overpay. But we overpay because we're making up for a few people that
underpay.
And again, they know who they are, and we know who they are. It's just But yes, it's just one of those things that Well, the other thing that I wanted to mention was this: whatever happens, don't take your anger out on the waiters and waitresses and the bartenders. Right. That's just stupid. Because first of all, they're just working. And they're trying their best, and you're not the only customer there. They're taking care of a whole house worth of customers. Because most businesses, what they will do is they don't hire enough people nowadays.
It sucks to begin with.
Yeah.
That's not.
Yeah.
Don't make their job so hard.
Yeah.
And it's not their fault that we suck at the table.
Yeah.
D. Marie.
Oh.
And get lost.
And so the other thing, well, you know what? Drilling back down a little bit, pulling back away from the little bit of the negativity. These events where you hang out, a lot of people, sometimes can be a lot of fun. Unfortunately,
they're usually fun.
Yeah. Unfortunately, for somebody like me, because sometimes I can't see well and I can't hear well. And I also get distracted with conversations. So you're talking to this person and you listen to a conversation here and you don't want to offend this person, but this conversation just got interesting. You want to turn this way. And now you're basically offending somebody. That's why a lot of times when people tell me I'm very quiet in person, sometimes,
Geo talks.
Yeah, I do. I get quiet in bigger groups because I listen a lot, because I observe a lot. I don't know why it just kicks in, and I and just like to hear I like to hear what's going on,
And a table full of 40 people, though, it's a hard thing to have.
Yes.
You can't have one conversation for the whole table. Yeah, you can't even see the guy at the other end. It's ridiculous.
Yes, Grant. I don't have ADHD. I've more of an OCD. I'm more of an OCD.
We all have something.
Yeah.
Everybody's got some form of mental. Is it even mental illness? Or,
yeah.
No, I don't even know.
At this point, I think the normal people.
We're all crazy.
The normal people are the mentally ill at this
point. Yeah, that's the problem. Yes. The normal ones are crazy.
Yes.
I am not crazy.
Yeah. yeah, it's I think it's more of a, I don't want to say it's formal, fear of missing out. But sometimes I listen to multiple conversations, and actually the conversations go interesting because you don't get the whole conversation.
Mm.
So you're making up a conversation that person's having, and it's more interesting in your head.
Yeah, well, and you're talking about in a big group. It's like a lot of times you just eavesdrop. And
Yes.
then let me chime in.
Yes.
Let me say my thoughts.
Yes, I'm speechless all the time, Andrew.
Hmm.
The other thing with me, unfortunately, is when I start talking, and I sometimes I tend to take over because I'm just loud and obnoxious. So I take over conversations, and I try not to do that. I've kind of trained myself knowing that I have a tendency of taking over stuff. So I pull back a lot more
Gotcha.
than I would normally. But that's fine. We all have our crosses to bear. Mine is to being too awesome, right?
I do like going out to eat, man. I like eating out. I
Yeah.
like going out to eat. Dinner with a group of people. The best way to go is like 4 people.
Yeah.
You and 3 other people. Maybe.
Yeah.
Whether it's 2 couples or just like 3, a couple of your boys.
Definitely trying out new foods is great. I love new foods. Like I love Indian food.
I don't know. I don't even know if I've had Indian food.
Real
What is
good.
Indian food? Is that like curry?
It's not always, but there's curry food in there. There's some great places out here in Long Island. There's one in Salem, it's pretty good.
Whoa. You said the food sucks in Salem.
No.
Now you're about to rave about Indian food in Salem.
No. So the Indian place is pretty good. I think it's called Passage to India. We didn't go to that one.
Oh.
Well, me and Tiffany went the day before because it has a lot, like their food. Their food is a lot of rice based and a lot of bread, and so it's a lot of carbs, and I'm not supposed to have carbs. So I basically spent $100 on the fact that I didn't eat half the stuff that I could eat.
Well, you could probably cheat once in a blue moon on a meal.
I did one the last day.
For that sake, you probably could have gotten away with it.
When I ate at the last, well, no, rice would literally kill me. It's not just a diet.
You shouldn't do rice.
No, what happens is because I eat so little carbs right now. If I eat a bunch of carbs, if I had regular bread, my stomach gets bloated, and then I can't walk. I don't want to walk, and it gets annoying.
How about pizza? I love pizza.
Oh, I can't have pizza. I mean,
If that's the one carb, I can't give that one up.
Soon I will switch over to basically start having. It's a low carb pizza.
Cauliflower crust pizza is actually pretty good.
Yes, that's not a completely carb free.
No, not, but it's
right because they
healthier than a regular slice.
They still use flour in that stuff, but yes, it's healthier than that. But if that's when you're on a low carb diet. If you're on a regular eating, the cauliflower pizza is not better for you than a regular pizza.
I'm saying it's not bad. Though.
It tastes delicious. Especially if
I wouldn't order it as like my pizza of choice.
No. So if I was going to Little Italy, that's the time that I would need to say, okay, I have to have pizza today. Problem is, I'm also one of those people that will eat a whole pie.
He's Olive Garden Italian.
Yeah, I'm Olive. Yes, actually, we went to Olive Garden.
Those are pretty good breadsticks. You know that. Last year I met up with somebody and we went to Olive Garden, and I guess we were going to have dinner, and I ordered dinner, and everything that on the menu was fried. I was like,
yeah.
I always wondered why. I was wondering why the place was empty. I'm like, I guess what makes this place suck so bad? And then we ordered dinner, and everything was fried. And I'm like, it sucked.
Yes, that's one of the big problems. But the other thing that they do is when we took Tiffany to Olive Garden, she wanted to go because she hates me.
Look, did you see it? You just dismissed it. Like, only reason I went there is because Tiffany wanted to go.
Yep, no, absolutely. Because she has good memories of stuff. Again, I'll get into something else about that in a second. But what happens is we go to we go there and we order, and I ordered like a pasta with a sauce and I think it was a chicken parmesan, and and we breadsticks and salad. Yeah, breadsticks and salad. That's our favorite thing. But the thing is, it's the same sauce, clearly. So there's why you don't use the same sauce for those two items. So I was like, oh, all right, I just literally what why? Why did you even do this? There's no reason, you know. So the chicken was okay, but it was boring because the pasta was boring because it was just like, all right, I'm just eating the same thing.
I went to Olive Garden. It was like 1986, and we were in Orlando, Florida, and I'd never seen an Olive Garden in my life. And we walked into this place called Olive Garden, and you walked in, and they were making pasta fresh in like the middle of the place, and I was blown away. I was like, wow, this must be like amazing Italian food. My dad was like, this is the good stuff, son. This is where it's at. And we had it, and it was good. And then all of a sudden, Olive Garden became like Applebee's, whereas everywhere, and it's like the biggest joke of the century.
Well, okay, so that's so that's what I was going to say. That this is the funny part. So Tiffany would always tells me about these great places to eat, and when we'd go back to Michigan, to go see a family and stuff like that, we'd go to these places and they all sucked. Hi, Tiffany. But they all suck for a reason, because they always sucked. Because Tiffany doesn't realize it, but once she came here, the food's a lot better. Listen, there's a lot of crappy stuff about New York, but our food's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we have good food here.
Bagels are the best. Pizza is the best. I love Chicago style pizza. I love pizza in Chicago, but our pizza is better for the most part. Michigan for hot dogs.
Michigan for hot dogs. But have you ever craved a hot dog so bad? You're like, let's get on a plane.
In Chicago, they tell me, I think, what do they say? If you put ketchup, they'll smack the hot dog out of your hand.
Oh, in 2020, I went on a date with a girl, right? 2020, I go on a date with this girl. She's from Lebanon, and she lives in West Islip, and we go to the little burger place on the Babylon Burger Bar in the village of Babylon, and she's telling me, we're talking about pizza. I mean, we ordered burgers, but she's telling me about her pizza. What she does when she orders pizza for her and her kids, she dips pizza in ketchup.
Wow.
And eats it.
Did you walk out right there and then?
I was kind of thinking it was a wrap here, but I've never heard that before. I mean, it's probably kind of good.
Yeah. So she took me to this chicken place. It's at a gas station, and she's gonna start ranting in a second now because she keeps on claiming it's good. She took me there. It was awful.
Oh, is Michigan getting some plugs tonight, huh?
Yeah. Yes. It was awful, and I just looked at her. She said, "No, I swear to you, it's better than this." She said when she went back, it was good. Next time, I keep on telling her, it's only good because you haven't really eaten good. Now granted, we're not the best place for chicken here. Somebody was reminding me of Pudgy's is down the block. I should go see them. Yes, I know.
Pudgy's came out. They were the shit. There's not that many of them though.
No, because she's yelling. Tiffany's yelling if anybody could hear. It's so.
Pudgy's dips their chicken in barbecue sauce, whereas the other companies they'll brush it on.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Well, that's the other thing. They at the height of it, they also like extra fried everything. Like, you know what I mean? Because
Pudgy's is good.
That's the way I like my food. I want fried chicken. I want fried chicken.
Is there really a Pudgy still around?
Yeah. It's actually not too far from here.
Fuck.
I gotta go. No, listen. I know that we don't know good barbecue. You're right, Grant. I don't think I've had it out of the state though. We have a decent barbecue place here.
Carolinas have great barbecue.
But I know that we're not the best at barbecuing. And by barbecuing I mean real barbecuing, professionally barbecue. Not
some of the best barbecue. They use mustard in their barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Like I love that.
Yeah, I have to honestly, when I go out, a lot of times when I go out, I look for certain places like the Waffle House is one of the places I look for. I love the Waffle House. I don't know why. It's just one of those. Did you say Carolina? Yes.
I did. I stand by that theory.
Oh boy. Grant, where are you from again? I'm sorry. I always. Oh my God. Is it Nebraska? Where the hell are you from?
See, told you.
Ah.
Even Patty Rooney says so.
Yes. No, but the
Texas barbecue. Okay,
barbecue.
that's fine.
Oklahoma.
I'm not going to argue
Sorry,
about
Grant.
who's got the best
It
barbecue.
pops out of my head all the time. So some of the best meat comes from Oklahoma. That's for sure. Let's say North Carolina has great barbecue. Oh, here we go. We're going to start a fight now.
We are definitely.
Between
We've
Oklahoma
started
and
a war here. Texas.
Tiffany lived in Texas for a few years. But so anyway, the other one is I forgot. We went to Cracker Barrel on our way back.
That's not good food.
No, I used to enjoy. It. Something happened to them. They suck now.
Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, I used to enjoy that.
I went there one time.
Vintage vinegar barbecue.
Oh, vinegar barbecue. I'm sure there's 1,000 great barbecue joints.
I was about to say so listen, I know it's not the same thing, but if you ever had good Chinese spare ribs, those are awesome.
Yeah, but I wouldn't qualify those as
no, absolutely not. No,
they're good. Not. They're yummy. They're good cold too from the next day.
Yes, but you know what? No, they are definitely one of my favorite.
You can even eat it. A chicken cutlet. You can't order a chicken cutlet out of New York. They don't know what a chicken cutlet is.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
In North Carolina, I went to a Waffle House or a Denny's. It was maybe a Denny's, and I ordered a chicken cutlet. She was like, "A whatlet?"
Aaron, I had some amazing meat this weekend. Oh, that's between you and whatever guy you hung up with.
You some butcher, huh? Nice.
Hey, Mongolian barbecue is good too.
Mongolian barbecue.
Now we have places here that sell that, and it's good.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like something you'd get oxtail at.
Yeah, the Jamaican place for oxtail is good.
Oxtail's kind of good, actually. Yeah. Just remember, the fatter the piece, the closer it was to his ass.
Hey, whatever has to happen has to happen. Don't judge. It's a no judgment place. But yeah, a lot of the food in New York, you can get any type of food. The thing is, we're on Long Island.
We have good.
If
food.
you go in the city, you're gonna even get even better food. I hate the city.
Even $1.50 slice of pizza you can get in the city.
Yeah. Well, hard to find, but yes. Stop chewing. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of great places to eat here. I have the best Chinese, not authentic. I don't want to say authentic, but closer to authentic.
I've had authentic
right across the street. I had authentic too. That's why I don't want to say authentic. Like I had jellyfish stuff, and I do not like that.
I had shark fin soup.
I had shark fin soup.
That was so good. It's illegal. Did you know that?
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know it. I'm not a fan.
They're not supposed to catch. They're not supposed to chop the fin off.
But right up the block here,
that's the story.
There's a great Chinese place. A little bit more expensive. Definitely better tasting when you eat there.
Grant Clarnicer.
Sorry, we're spending a lot of time reading the comments. Sometimes it throws me off a little bit.
Happens.
Yeah. But anyway, so just to wrap everything up, because we're basically done with our hour here. I have to pay extra if I go over the hour. Obviously joking.
And we're going to split the bill up between everybody in here.
Yes. Everybody's going to pay the bill. So keep an eye out. Every Wednesday, 8:00, we have this.
Be there.
Yes. So we'll be back on next Wednesday at 8:00. Look for the events that are happening, not just at Giotopia, not just in Hell, but also in all the other groups. There's a lot of cool groups out there that's doing stuff. Everybody's going to be at Prohibition tomorrow. So I'll see everybody at Prohibition, 8:00. And we're going to be signing off. Thank you, everyone. Good night, heathens.
Good night.
All right. Bye now.